everything.
2JZ, no shit.
That's right.
We got That Dude in Blue's blue car.
Yeah, that's right.
2JZ 240.
Couldn't be more blue.
What year is this?
It's a 90. It's as old as I am. It's taken, we got the car about a year ago, and it's been nothing but problems the entire way. But it's been a good adventure. Did a whole video series on it.
Yeah.
And we're almost done, but the turbo seals were out, and that's it. We finished the car, AIM Infinity, Wiring Specialties harness, stock internals, ARP head stud, new head gasket. We had to repolish the new head gasket.
And the 2J came out of what?
An Aristo. Yeah, it came out of a sedan, basically, if I'm right. I think it's a Japanese sedan. Kaz LSD, R154 transmission, ISR everything from Majuku, and it handles awesome. Fortunato coilovers. Agency powered, Vivid Racing did the seats. They basically hit me up a day after Recaro and Sparco and everybody else said no. And I was really fortunate, and they did these custom seats for me. They're super comfortable, and I feel like I'm going to fall asleep on a road trip, which is double.
So what's your plans for the car?
You know, it's
drifting, drag race, street race, cruising, everything?
Pretty much everything. I don't know if I'll drift it on a track because I'll probably hit a wall and then I'll cry.
Yeah.
After all this body work. The car had a giant dent this side. I have another project for drifting coming up soon, so this won't be safe from that. But we just wanted a kind of like a resto mod, but Japanese, if that made sense.
Yeah.
And just a fun car to drive on the street, autocross, circuit race. And this will probably be a better handling car than anything. Yeah.
I like it. How long have you had the car for?
July 31st of 2015. So about a year, a little bit over a year. We thought it was going to be done in like 6 months, but when you do that, that's when you screw yourself.
Yeah. What made you decide to go with twins instead of single?
Make things harder for myself. No, it was honestly to experiment.
Yeah.
I knew that if I ever wanted to go single down the road, I could. But I found these online by a guy named Stu Hagen, and he made like 700 horsepower out of twins.
Shit.
And I was really fascinated by it. I saw his dyno graphs and everything else. Of course, you can't always go by dyno graphs. And not a lot of people had done it in the S chassis, which is such a lighter car than the Supra. I was wondering, well, if you have that light of a car, that torque must hit like a ton of bricks. That's what the motivation was to do, basically two Garrett GT28s rather than going big single. Is it less practical? Absolutely, but it potentially could be a lot of fun, and out of the hole it just goes.
How much power are you hoping to make once you get it all tuned
I'm hoping
up?
at least 4. You know, if I can make 400 horsepower, I'll be happy on pump.
Just drive it.
85, 550, but thankfully 85 isn't too hard to find here in Georgia, so we're good.
So real quick, tell me about your channel. I love it.
Thanks.
We love your channel.
Thanks so much. So my channel is, if you can't tell, That Dude in Blue. It was a throwaway YouTube account that so happened to get traction, so I got stuck with the name, so I embraced the brand. And ever since then, I've done friends' car reviews, vlogs, all, you know, YouTube in general, that kind of stuff. And I try to give people a personal experience, like going for a ride with me rather than just shouting out numbers the whole time.
Exactly.
We just have fun going on a ride with me.
Did you ever think you'd be driving these crazy cars?
No, never. I've gone from 300 horsepower turbo Civics to TRC's Real Street Supra, you know, and they're good friends of mine, and that's what I love about the YouTube community is that we're all friends.
Yep. What's your favorite car so far to drive?
People are gonna be so mad, but the Huracan Lamborghini,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's so good out of the box, you know, 10-second car out of the box, gearbox, it's reliable, it's all motor, it makes good sound, you make everybody's day. But, you know, most of the cars on the channel are tuners like this, which I'm still leaning towards. I still enjoy them more because it's the story that I like sharing. But if you just want something out of the box that's fun, it's hard to beat a Lambo.
What's the wackiest thing you've driven? Like just the weirdest? You walk away shaking your head.
I've done everything from a hearse to I drove a doorless limo in Florida. I got a Cadillac limo for a beater for $800, and we went to the shop, and without me even knowing, Dom took his other beater car and rammed the doors off.
So I know the car's not finished, but we're gonna squeeze Matt and myself in here and take her out for the first time.
I don't know how you're gonna do it, but
I'll make it work.
All right, kids.
bro.
All right, so we've been in some sketchy things. We've never been in some sketchy things together.
Hi. Together.
This is That Dude in Blue 240Z,
Yes.
240SX.
No, the car isn't finished, obviously, but since you guys are in town, figure,
Fuck yeah.
why not?
When in Rome.
I love my Coyote and my Mustang, and it makes power so easily, but I wanted a Supra, but then I was like $20,000, $30,000 for a base model car and an A car, and I was was like, well, what if I built like a mini Supra in a way?
Yeah.
I thought about going big single turbo for horsepower, but then I was like, what if you built like a really fun back road balanced 240 that looked pretty? And when people ask me what the purpose of it is, I'm like, I don't have one. It's just a nice car to drive.
Because race car.
Because race car. That's right.
A little scratch.
Dude, the worst thing ever is, I don't have a front bumper in the car right now. And I just feel like that 240 kid.
That 240
Like, what kind of vape you running, bro?
That's Subarus.